The term energy is used frequently by us in our life. Sometimes we say that we do not have energy to do work. What is the relation between work and energy? Let's find out. You know that life is impossible without energy. We need energy to carry out our life activities. Where do we get energy from? You know that we get energy from the food that we take. This food that we take is the sun's energy stored by the plants during photosynthesis. The sun is the biggest natural source of energy. What are the other sources of energy? The other sources of energy include nuclei of atoms, tides, wind, etc. What is energy? How can we define energy? In science, energy has a precise meaning. To understand the term, consider a few situations. A ball A is kept near another ball B. Can ball A displace ball B? You can see that as ball A is stationary, it cannot displace ball B. Or we can say that A cannot do work on B. Consider another case. In this case, roll the ball A towards ball B. You can see that ball A hits the ball B and ball B moves to a distance. In this case, you can see that ball A did work on ball B. Why ball A could do work in the second case? In the first situation, ball A was stationary. Its velocity was 0. But in the second situation, ball A was moving and it has energy. That is why it displaced ball B. Or it could do work as it possesses energy. Can a stationary ball do work? Consider another case. In this case, ball A can be raised to a certain height and place ball B below. Now, ball A can displace or do work on ball B when it falls down from the height, because raised ball also possesses energy. We found that a moving ball and a raised ball could do work because they possess energy. Let's consider some other situations. When a fast moving cricket ball hits a stationary wicket, the wicket is thrown away. The fast moving ball caused displacement to the wicket. Or we can say that the fast moving ball did work on the wicket. When a raised hammer falls on a nail placed on a piece of wood, it drives the nail into the wood. The hammer displaces the nail, or the raised hammer did work on the nail. A toy car whose spring is wound, when placed on the floor, starts moving. In this case, the wound spring did work on the toy. From all these examples, we can conclude that a raised hammer, raised ball, moving ball, wound or compressed spring all can do work as they possess energy. Object which has a capability or capacity to do work possess energy. Now let us define energy. Energy of a body can be defined as the capability or capacity of the body to do work. The capacity of a body to do work is the energy. How does an object with energy do work? An object that possesses energy can exert a force on another object. Then the energy is transferred from the former to the latter. The second object moves as it receives some energy. The object which has energy can apply force and can cause displacement to the object. In that way, it can do work. What is the unit of energy? As energy is the ability to do work, the unit of energy is same as that of work. The unit of energy is same as that of work, which is joule. Joule is the SI unit of energy. 1 joule is the energy required to do 1 joule of work. Larger unit is kilojoule. 1 kilojoule is equal to 1000 joules. Types of energy. Energy occurs in different forms. In daily life, we come across different forms of energy. Thermal energy or heat energy is one of the forms of energy. Thermal energy is created from the vibration of atoms and molecules within substances. A cup of hot water possesses more heat energy. Another form of energy is chemical energy. The food that we take contains chemical energy. The energy present in fuels like petrol, diesel, etc. is chemical energy. Chemical energy is stored in the bonds of atoms and molecules. When fuels burn, chemical reaction takes place and the energy stored in it is released as heat and light energy. Nuclear energy. It is stored in the nucleus of atoms. This energy is released when the nuclei are combined, that is by the fusion, or split by fission. Another form of energy is electrical energy. It is the movement of electrons. Electrical energy is produced by the movement of electrons. Light energy is a form of electromagnetic radiation. Sound also is a type of energy. Sound energy is produced by the vibration of objects. Mechanical energy. It is the energy possessed by an object by virtue of its position or configuration. It is a sum of kinetic energy and potential energy. Let's study more about mechanical energy. Mechanical energy has two components, kinetic energy and potential energy. Kinetic energy. We found that a moving object can do work as it possesses energy. A fast moving cricket ball can displace the wicket, or fast moving ball can do work on the wicket. A moving ball, when hits a stationary ball, the stationary ball displaces. That is, the moving ball does work on the stationary ball. The moving ball could do work because it has the capacity or ability to do work. And this capacity or capability is the energy. If the ball comes faster, it can do more work. How does a bullet pierce the target? This is because a moving bullet has energy. How does the wind move the blades of a windmill? Here the moving wind possesses energy. A moving bullet, blowing wind, rotating wheel, moving car, all can do work because they possess energy. The energy possessed by a moving body by virtue of its motion is called kinetic energy. The energy possessed by a moving body by virtue of its motion is its kinetic energy. Or it is the amount of work done by a moving object. Let's find out the expression for kinetic energy. The expression to find out kinetic energy of an object. Consider an object of mass m is moving with a velocity u. On applying a force on the object moves to a distance s. Now its velocity changes to v. What is the work done by the force? The work done by the force can be calculated as force times displacement. We know that force is equal to mass times acceleration. F is equal to ma. Then we can replace force by ma and can write W is equal to ma times s. Let it be equation 1. According to the third equation of motion, v square minus u square is equal to 2as. From this equation, a is equal to v square minus u square divided by 2s. Let it be the equation 2. Now let's replace a in the equation 1 by the value of a in the expression 2. Then W is equal to m times s times v square minus u square divided by 2s. On simplifying, W is equal to m times v square minus u square divided by 2, or work is equal to half m times v square minus u square. Here, if the object is starting from a stationary position, the value of u becomes 0. Then we can write work done is equal to 1 upon 2 mv square. We know that work done is equal to the energy. So energy is equal to the work done. by the force on the object. Hence, kinetic energy is equal to 1 upon 2 mv square. This is the expression to calculate the kinetic energy of an object of mass m which is moving with a velocity v. Kinetic energy of an object of mass m moving with a velocity v is equal to half mv square. We can see that kinetic energy of an object depends upon two factors. One is the mass of the object and the second factor is the velocity. It is clear that kinetic energy of a body is directly proportional to the mass of the body and the square of the velocity of the body. More the mass of a body, more is its kinetic energy. Similarly, more the speed of a body, more is its kinetic energy. We know that work done is equal to force times displacement. As force is ma, work done is equal to ma times s. A is v square minus u square divided by 2s. On substituting the value of a in the first equation, work done is equal to mass times s times v square minus u square divided by 2s, which is equal to m times v square minus u square divided by 2, or work done is equal to 1 upon 2 m times v square minus u square, or we can write work is equal to half mv square minus half mu square. Here half mv square represents the final kinetic energy of the object. We know that v is the final velocity of the object. What about half mu square? It is the initial kinetic energy of the object, as u is the initial velocity of the object. That means half mv square minus half mu square is the change in kinetic energy of the object. Final kinetic energy minus initial kinetic energy. According to the expression, work is equal to half mv square minus half mu square. We can understand that the work done is equal to the change in kinetic energy of the object. And this is known as work energy theorem. The total work done is equal to the change in kinetic energy of an object. Net work is equal to kinetic energy final minus kinetic energy initial. This fact is known as work energy theorem. Now let's solve a few problems. An object of mass 15 kg is moving with a uniform velocity of 4 meter per second. What is the kinetic energy possessed by the object? Here it is mentioned that an object of mass 15 kg is moving with a uniform velocity of 4 meter per second. We are asked to find out the kinetic energy of the object. What are the quantities given here? Mass of the object is given, which is equal to 15 kg, and the velocity is 4 meter per second. We have to find out the kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is equal to half mv square, which is equal to 1 upon 2 times 15 kg times 4 meter per second square. On calculation, we will get kinetic energy is equal to 120 joules. The kinetic energy of the object is 120 joules. Another question. What is the work to be done to increase the velocity of a car from 30 km per hour to 60 km per hour if the mass of the car is 1500 kg? In this question, we are asked to find out the work to be done to change or increase the velocity of a car from 30 km per hour to 60 km per hour, and the mass of the car is given. So mass of the car is 1500 kg. The initial velocity of the car is 30 km per hour, which can be converted to meter per second. It is 25 divided by 3 meter per second. The final velocity of the car V is equal to 60 km per hour, which is equal to 50 divided by 3 meter per second. The initial kinetic energy of the car is equal to half mu square, which is equal to 1 by 2 times 1500 kg is the mass times 25 by 3 square, which is equal to 1,56,250 divided by 3 joules. What is the final kinetic energy of the car? Which is equal to half mv square. Let's substitute the values and find out the final kinetic energy of the car. Which is equal to 6,25,000 divided by 3 joules. Now work done is equal to the change in kinetic energy of the object, which is equal to 1,56,250 joules. Another question. The kinetic energy of an object of mass m moving with a velocity of 5 meter per second is 20 joules. What will be its kinetic energy when its velocity is doubled? What will be its kinetic energy when the velocity is increased 3 times? Here, the kinetic energy of an object of mass m having a velocity of 5 meter per second is given. So kinetic energy is 20 joules. We are asked to find out the kinetic energy when the velocity of the object is doubled. Also, the kinetic energy when its velocity is increased 3 times. Kinetic energy is equal to half mv square. Kinetic energy is 25 joules. 25 joules is equal to 1 upon 2 mass, we do not know mass, times 5 meter per second square. So from this we can find out the value of mass of the object. The mass of the object is 2 kg. We are asked to find out the kinetic energy when the velocity is doubled. That means the velocity becomes 10 meter per second, which is equal to 1 upon 2 times 2 kg times 10 meter per second square. And the answer is 100 joules. So kinetic energy when velocity is doubled is 100 joules. We are also asked to find out the kinetic energy when the velocity is increased by 3 times. That means when the velocity is 15 meter per second, which is equal to 225 joules.